Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're here to do my favorite games that I can't stop playing on the Oculus Quest, whether it be apps or games for 2024. I've made this list before. A lot of you guys seem to like this list, where it's the games that I really just can't stop playing. Games that were either old or new that I always launch on the Meta Quest, whether I come back to it every single time I turn on my Quest or I'm playing it all the time. These are the games that I can't let go of and I'm always playing, and I want to share them with you guys because the list has definitely changed since 2024, and I decided this year to not only include games, but also include applications as well, because there are a couple of those that deserve to be on this list because I'm on them every time I put my Meta Quest on. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech, going for a brekkie is the gaming tech, is the gaming techie.
Alright guys, so the first one on this list coming in at number 12 is going to be Smash Drum. Smash Drum has been around for a while now, and it's basically Rock Band in VR, and I've really loved this game, and I've loved it even more, and I play it a lot more now that they started adding, you know, DLC from actual music tracks. When the game first came out, they weren't doing songs that were like by popular artists and bands and stuff like that, but now they are with their new packs, and I've bought every single one of them, and I will continue to buy them as long as they keep releasing them, and hopefully they do, because the game is super fun. I love that you can play it in this you know, format that you're seeing on screen right now with the drums coming at you, or you can play it in Rock Band format, which, you know, has the notes coming at you with the way that, you know, a lot of us have seen in other music games. But it's super fun and super good. And the new mode that they just added here recently over the past few months, which lets you play it in mixed reality, is one of my favorite ways to play in mixed reality. The drums kind of go on your floor, your walls start breaking and everything. Like I said, this is the Rock Band format of playing it in, and it's super fun. And yeah, I love the way that they added mixed reality to the game. I love the new DLC that they're adding, and I hope that they continue, and I can't wait to see what they add next. So Smash Drum's coming in at number 12. The next one here coming in at number 11 is going to be Arcade Paradise VR. So this is such a great game and a really addicting game. Basically, they have over 25 different arcade machines that you can actually put into your laundry mat that you basically open, but you have an arcade in the back, which is super cool. So you're earning money by, you know, doing the laundry and stuff like that from customers, and then you're using that money to basically build out your arcade. And they have over 25 actual arcade games that have been in the game for a while, and then they have 12 new arcade games that are specifically made for virtual reality. So there's a lot of content on here that you can play with, and, you know, creating your arcade, making it unique. And even better so, not only can you play all of these machines, but then you can also do this in mixed reality and put these arcade machines, you know, actually in your room. And it really is cool to see like an arcade machine just pop up in your house right in front of you. So a lot of different variety in this game, a really addicting gameplay, because you want to be in that laundry mat making more and more money, because you really want to unlock that next arcade machine and you really want to add it into your arcade. Graphics are great, and it's an addicting game. Like I said, this is why it's on this list, and I've been playing it non-stop, because the arcade games are fun that they added. The mixed reality mode is super cool, how you can add these arcade machines into your house and stuff, and it has that addicting nature that you're like, nah, I need to keep building my laundry because I want that next arcade being added. So super cool stuff. Really like the game. And it's been a lot of fun to play. Arcade Paradise VR coming in at number 11. The next one here coming in at number 10 is going to be Supernatural. Now this game is technically free to, you know, download, but it does require a monthly subscription because they add workouts every single day. This is a workout game, and the reason I like this one the best is because of the fact that they add real songs. You know, as a huge Disney fan, they have a lot of Disney tracks in here as well. R&B fan, and they have a lot of that in there, and they just have a good variety of tracks to play. It's kind of like Beat Saber, but you constantly get new songs and constantly get new things. Now, it's not, you know, as good as Beat Saber in my opinion, because I just like the Beat Saber gameplay better. But as a workout game, this is easily my favorite one. I like the fact that it works with my watch and everything like that. It has local leaderboards with your friends, so you can challenge them and stuff like that. But like I said, what really sets it apart is that there's literally workouts all the time, and even though there is a monthly subscription, I get it. You're not going to add new workouts every day that somebody's creating and expect that to just be free. So I'm perfectly fine with paying for it. If this is the way you work out and use it and stuff like that, it's been super awesome and super fun. Supernatural coming in at number 10. The next one on this list coming in at number 9 is going to be Contractors Showdown. This is a game from, I used to love playing Contractors, the original, which was basically like deathmatch, team deathmatch and stuff like that. And now they came out with their own Battle Royale game. The best way to compare this is if you're used to games like Call of Duty Battle Royale, this is kind of that game for VR, where it has that fast-paced nature, where you're picking up weapons and stuff like that, and you're just trying to be the last one standing. I love the way that this game feels because it feels and plays just like Contractors did, but in a Battle Royale setting, which was my favorite VR game that I used to play all the time, Contractors. So this fits naturally in the Battle Royale area. I still go back and forth between this one and the original Contractors, depending on what my mood is, but this one keeps getting updates every single week, so it keeps getting better and better as they improve the game, and it is super fun to play in Battle Royale. I love what they're doing with it, and I love the way that everything feels, and the gun and the gameplay and all that stuff. So if you're into a Battle Royale game and you want that Call of Duty-like experience in VR, this is definitely that game. Contractor Showdown coming in at number 9. The next one here coming in at number 8 is going to be Demeo Battles, and this is a game I was really looking forward to when they announced because I love the original Demeo, but it was definitely harder to get to the table to play or get into VR to play with friends because it is a tabletop RPG, but it took 2 hours or 3 hours to beat a campaign. Yes, there were mid-saves and stuff like that, but you can usually have to put a lot of time and dedicate a lot of time to finish one of those campaigns. Well, this game now, you are competing against another player, which is fantastic, using all those same cards, using the same RPG mechanics that you were doing before, but now the matches only take 10 or 15 minutes. So you can get a lot more play. And yes, it's not as fully full as the original game where you're getting a full tabletop experience, but you get the, the gameplay impact of the original in a much more condensed format where you're, going head to head against someone else, trying to, beat their cards and their characters and stuff like that with the 3 that they start with, and you be the last one standing. And it has everything that made Demeo great in a much more condensed package. So, and I can easily play this one with more people and a lot faster and get a lot more games in because of how quick it is. So Demeo Battles, one I always keep coming back to, coming in at number 8. The next one here coming in at number 7 is going to be Racket Club. And listen, when this game got announced a few months ago and I saw the trailer, I knew it was going to be another one of those games that I was going to keep coming back to as soon as I saw it, because I knew how addicting the gameplay looked, and I wasn't wrong. The physics in this game are spot on. It works super well, and it has the addicting gameplay. You can play 2v2 or 1v1. It's super fun. It's super, I don't know what else to say. It has great online gameplay where you can join all the community and stuff like that. And it's a, it's kind of a tennis type game, but it's racket. You have to hit the ball over the line and not let it bounce twice on your side. It's like I said, super addicting. You can hit the back wall, which makes for some crazy physical shots. The graphics look great. It has a solo single player campaign if you want to play it that way, on top of the online, that you can play competitively against other people in the community. Super awesome. Racket Club. The next game here coming in at number 6 needs no introduction, been around for a really long time. It is Beat Saber, another one that I always go back to with a new OST that just released, OST 7, where they added free songs. Every time they release a new DLC pack, especially if I know the artist, I always buy it, because the gameplay is that addicting, especially when you consider if you play it on PC and meta and you go through the route of, modding and stuff like that and getting custom songs and stuff, which I do that on PC. I leave the Quest version native and I do PC, and that's where I do my custom songs because it's just easier. But super fun. Love purchasing all the packs that they come out with. OST 7 has been great, and the gameplay is just as addicting as ever, and it's a game that I'll always probably come back to because I love music rhythm games, and this is definitely the cream of the crop when it comes to that. So Beat Saber coming in at number 6. The next one on this list coming in at number 5 is going to be Horizon Worlds, which is crazy for me to say because if you would have told me this like 2 years ago when this game first came out and I completely ignored it after trying it a couple of times, I would have called you crazy. But Horizon Worlds has changed so much and has improved so much since then that it is an application that when I turn the headset on, it is one I always check to go in there, see what's new, check up with a few people that I've actually met in there, go into the worlds that I know and love in there, and it's just a blast to play in there. And the worlds and the graphics have gotten better in some of those worlds as these tools that they've been announcing have come out, like the Super Rumble game that they came out with that literally looks like a native Quest game that you guys will see gameplay here of in a minute, or some of the tools that the developers are working on. Like I just went in there and went into the new comedy club that they came out with, and It looks really, really good, fully featured. It has great graphics, and obviously there's a lot of shows that they put up on here. This is where they combine their venues now instead of their own separate application a few months back. So there is so much to do in here. And it has improved a lot, and it improves all the time. And there's always people in there, too. It's not like you have a problem finding people. I can go in there at any time throughout the day or night. And always people to meet, always people to play with, and no matter what worlds I check out, at least all the ones I always check out, because I have a few favorites that I always go in there for. And it's been a blast, and I can't wait to see Horizon keep improving, keep pushing the graphics to get better and better, and creating new environments and stuff like that, because it's been super fun to kind of explore that and see where it goes to in the future. Horizon Worlds coming in at number 5. The next one here coming in at number 4 is going to be Big Screen. Big Screen is another application that's social, that you go in there and you get to watch movies with people or do karaoke nights or whatever people are hosting in there in a bunch of different environments. And they recently now starting to let people create their own environments, which is awesome, which is going to bring a whole new category of environments coming into here onto the Big Screen platform. And they've been releasing some as DLC as well here recently, and I support them. And it's super fun to go in there and watch movies, 3D movies, regular movies, karaoke nights that people host all the time. A lot of fun. This is an application that everyone should have on their library, and I go in there all the time to see what people are hosting, whether it be, you know, sports games or movies or whatever the case may be, and I have a blast in there, especially karaoke nights. You guys know I love karaoke on this channel. So Big Screen coming in at number 4. The next one on this list coming in at number 3 is going to be Walkabout Mini Golf, a game that I keep coming back to all the time, and they keep updating with new DLC courses all the time. They just released a free update to one of the courses that they kind of HD remastered and stuff, which is awesome. And they're always releasing interesting courses in this game to play through, and they have released a lot at this point. The variety of courses that you can play in now are literally ridiculous. Not only are some of them based on real world properties like movies or stores or whatever the case may be, it's kind of insane on everything that they've done with this game so far. And playing with a bunch of, you know, multiplayer with your friends and stuff like that, super addicting. Finding the lost balls around all the levels. When they release these DLC courses, they have, you know, 18 holes in regular mode, and then they have the hard courses as well. So the variety is kind of insane and the amount of holes that are in the game at this point, whether it's with DLC or without, is kind of crazy. And the gameplay is just addicting. When I look for a mini golf game like this, I want it to be putting me into mini golf courses that I kind of remember in real life. Put me in caves, put me through these different environments that I walk through and stuff like that. I don't want just regular golf courses that just have like go from one hole to another. No, they go far and beyond that, and it's exactly what I'm looking for. This game has been around for a really long time, and it's one that I still keep coming back to and will continue to keep coming back to every time they release a new course, because they do such a fantastic job. I mean, they even released one based on Exploding Kittens, which is one of the board games that, you know, I like. So it's insane. Guys, check this out if you haven't already. Walkabout Mini Golf. The next one here coming in at number 2 has got to be NHL Sense Arena. This is the newest one on the list that I've been addicted to ever since a couple of months ago, when they finally let you purchase this game and not have to buy the subscription model that costs like over $300 a year, because this is technically a training game that a lot of real life goalies, including or players, including people in the NHL, actually use, where you can buy adapters, put them on real hockey sticks and real goalie gloves and blockers and stuff. But they finally let you not access every single training mode, but still be able to play this game where you can play a lot of the training modes in like a more gameplay style, and not like a training mode like it was, I guess, first intended. But it makes for a really fun game, and I'm obviously, as a person who played goalie in college and loves hockey, it is super fun to play this game. It's my favorite hockey, like, you know, simulator in VR that I've ever played now, especially since I can actually see like the Devils logo, since I'm a Devils fan. Being able to play here and stuff like that in the Winter Classic, go to the NHL playoffs and stuff like that is super fun. And there's so much variety in the game. Not only does it have multiplayer that you can play with other players online to see who can do the best in some of these you know, training exercises and stuff, but the amount of training things that they throw at you that you play in this gameplay mode is basically new every time I play this game. It's super fun. NHL Sense Arena coming in at number 2. And the last one here coming in at number 1 has got to be 11 Table Tennis. Yes, this game has been around since VR first started. Yes, I've been playing it since then. Yes, it's my most played game in VR, and the amount of hours I've played and the amount of matches I played. It's actually the game that got me into VR and made me get rid of my real life ping pong table, and haven't regretted it since, because I can play against people online all the time. The community is as strong as ever. Always people to play with online, even if it's at 1 in the morning on the East Coast. Always people I can find online to play with. with, super addicting. As somebody who loves ping pong, the physics are on point, and they're still updating this game too. All these years later, they started adding now where they're doing DLC where you can actually play in real life locations, like the Japan one that they just added recently. And I can't wait to see the next ones that they're going like a city tour to see what cities they add next, because it's been super fun, and I definitely want to throw a few dollars their way because they definitely deserve more than my original purchase price that I did a few years ago. With the amount of hours that I put into this game, it is kind of ridiculous. But it's super addicting. Come back to it, and I always play one match every time I get into VR. So 11 table tennis at number 1. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that list of my favorite games that I can't stop playing and applications on the MetaQuest. My top 12 there, and there's so much good stuff on the MetaQuest, but there's always those games that a lot of us just can't stop playing. Like for me, 11 table tennis is obviously, like you saw, my number 1 game that I can't get enough of, and it probably will always continue that way because I'm a huge table tennis fan, and I think the physics in that game have always been perfect, and it makes me feel like I'm playing a real-life table tennis game. Hence, like I said, that I got rid of it when I had it in my house to make more room for other things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this list. If you guys have your own games on this list that maybe didn't make my list that you can't stop playing, that have been around for a while and you play all the time non-stop, let me know of those down in the comments below. And if not, guys, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.